Well, good morning. We're here again for the September 16th celebration, the 130th year. It's pretty awesome. We're trying to squeeze in here a little bit. We're getting cut off. Danny's not an amputee. He's doing good. It's just a flesh wound.
It's here.
So,
oh wait,
The other side. There you
it's
go.
Here.
Yeah.
It's here.
So this is our little pre-show to the parade, and I'm joined here with my buddy Danny for the 8th year in a row.
Hello.
And again, I'd like to welcome our new city mayor, Mr. Lawrence Wortham.
Glad to be here.
Excellent.
Excited to be here.
This is the longest running celebration in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
This is the 130th. isn't it?
130th.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Before we get to all the parade happenings and stuff, the reason why we have Mr. Wortham here is just to talk about what's going on in town. It's been awesome. Buildings are selling. Businesses are coming.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
We're putting a lot of work into that. We really want people coming to Perry. We have an amazing downtown.
Agreed.
Our square is just phenomenal. There's not a lot of places in the United States that have what we have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Perry is unique. We've got this incredible downtown square that, like as you said, buildings are selling. And that's exciting to see businesses coming in. They want to come to Perry.
Yes.
And even as a city council, there's things that we want to do and put in place to help protect our downtown, our district. We want to keep it historic. We want to, we want those modern amenities
Yes.
and
Agreed.
preserve, and we want to honor the
Yes, sir.
historic nature of our downtown square.
Yes, sir.
For the county seat, we've got an amazing courthouse and just some incredible buildings.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody hasn't taken time to walk around the square, look at the buildings, look in the windows, look at the storefronts.
And notice what Perry Main Street, or Main Street Perry as it's called, implemented that walking tour.
Yes.
It's an app on your phone.
Yep.
Quite interesting.
Yeah.
And they're building it as they go. They want to have local folks do some narration on there instead of the app owner. But, to get those folks to step up and do it is, a process. So
I'd like to bring up that the south side of the square, which is largely kind of the forgotten side of the square, at least since I've lived here, has really started to transform.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're not going to toot your own horn, Phil, but I know you're a big part of that, being that you purchased and you're rehabbing 2 buildings. Excuse me. But not only you, but then there's 2 more next to you,
3.
and then a third. So, I mean, within 6 months' time,
Right.
half of
6
the south
buildings.
side of the square has started to be revitalized.
yeah, and they're all 2 more closing next week. 1 sold prior to the 2 we bought. So I mean, there's lots of happenings going on. And again, the things that Main Street has been involved in is pretty awesome. Some young couple that bought a building next to us, whom you met. They met with the Main Street state architect, and they're going to get some ideas on how to revamp their building from him, all free through the Main Street organization. So that's pretty awesome.
Right.
And again, things happening in town. And I keep hitting that table. I'm sorry, Tyson. I have a tough time not talking with my hands, so I'll just hold my elbows.
New York guys. I mean, we were lucky to get him out of the tracksuit.
So a lot of things happening in town, a lot of people interested in seeing what's going on downtown. Last night, street dance.
Yep.
Geez, there was hundreds of people here. Last night was the rodeo.
Yep.
I didn't get a chance to go there, but I heard that went off pretty well.
Right. And it continues tonight.
And yes, again, continues tonight.
Well, and the weather is perfect, too.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
So, normally it's so hot or rainy that people are, as soon as the parade's over, they're loading up shop and heading out. And I think they're going to get a lot of residual. I think everybody's going to stick around a little longer today. And the food trucks, and to see local food trucks,
Yep.
the stuffed.
Yep,
The
stuffed
stuffed
guy.
Stuffed is there.
Brother Bell's
and then
Barbecue.
The sip and brews.
Yep.
Brother Bell's Barbecue. So not only do we have, like most fairs and parades where people come in from out of town, it's nice to see that a lot of our own are kind of getting involved. And
Strongly due to our Chamber of Commerce.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
Callie's done a great job. We have, I think she told me, 60 vendors out there today. You mentioned Sip and Brews. That's the young couple that bought the building next to ours.
Yep.
And they're going to do a hometown, kind of a nicer, cleaner cut bar and grill kind of thing. So
That's another thing that's nice is not only are these businesses getting revitalized and starting to, open up and having new ventures in them, but it's also stuff that's going to be family friendly. It's going to complement the town that they're coming to. The town's not going to have to adjust to their way of doing
Right.
things. They're adjusting to ours. And, when you live in a town of 5,000 people, you just expect a kind of a moral compass on different things and being able to do stuff with your children and family friendly stuff, and the environment is just kind of safe and secure and easy going, and that's really nice that the people that are coming in, they kind of mirror that.
Yep.
sitting last night thinking about what we were going to talk about, to steal a phrase from you, Danny, the three of us sitting here are not from here. We're all come heres.
We're coming
Yep.
here.
And why? I like the small town feel. I like looking at that happening every year. If we can do that quarterly, I would be, not to something this vast, obviously, but to have people in town walking around the square, sitting in the benches. Sorry. Al, sit out in the corner. People drive by just to wave at him, and he
Yep.
sits on that corner, rain or shine.
Every day.
It's awesome.
Yep.
I looked out there in the pouring rain last week, and he's sitting out there without an umbrella, just a raincoat, waving. So,
Well, and the come here thing you're talking about, I grew up in Guthrie. I'm no stranger to small town. I mean, that's a pretty small town by comparison. And the come heres, as people like to say around here, sometimes inspire and spark the most change, because when you're from a place and you've lived there multiple generations and things just kind of fall into a groove of happening, and the phrase that everyone hears is, "This is how we've always done it."
Right.
We've always done it this way. This is just what we're comfortable with.
the
And
death
then-
of any business.
and then
or-
you get,
Right.
well, and speaking of business owners, you get a young man like, Mayor Wortham here. He comes in, young guy, beautiful family, got a, successful business, wants to get involved because he sees the potential, and it kind of brings some outside ideas. And, and that's just the spark that you need, because it's always been here. It's just everybody gets kind of comfortable.
a little complacent.
But as soon as the spark happens, then you got half your South Side Square being redone, and
It's correct.
businesses everywhere,
Right.
and
It really is.
new administrations and changes over. So I think it's going to be great, really.
Well, that the folks that own the Sip and Brews, which their company, their new establishment's going to be called Cedar Pours. They're not from here either. They came up, purchased a building. They're friends of my wife. We walked them around town on a Sunday, and they're going to move here. So
And then you got the Cold Irons.
Cold Irons.
He's
Yeah.
been here his whole life. He isn't
Yeah.
from here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a Perry boy through and through. And right next door to them is going to be the
Yep.
Cold Irons, and they're
Yep.
opening up a business. And so it's a great blend, I think.
Yeah.
I want to bring up I know it's been a topic on a lot of people's minds because, well, it's just kind of been one of those things that kind of affects everybody in town. And being that you're the new mayor and the administration coming in and trying to do things, like we said, maybe a little different, or trying to, complement existing deals. What did you ever find out, or if you found out anything on that hospital deal?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, so for everybody, if you've been following with us on City Council, so earlier this year, our hospital became a rural emergency hospital, and so now it's going to run primarily as an emergency room. And so part of our deal with Stillwater Medical is that we're going to remodel the building. We're going to get some new market tax credits, and to go after that, we've partnered with the Malzahn family to do that as well. And so the original bid for the hospital was right around $9 million. And over time, as they wanted to do more with the hospital, that amount went up considerably, quite a bit, up to close to $17 million. And I'm proud of the city council that we have. We got together and we did not like where the numbers were going, so we decided to, hey, let's get more involved and take a look at that and find out other ways that we can remodel our hospital without having to increase the cost on our citizens and put that burden on us as a community. And so we did that. And as we got together and we worked with Stillwater Medical, we brought that number back down to the original amount of $9 million.
That's awesome.
And we're currently talking to and working with different groups that are interested in the remainder of the hospital. So we're not just going to have an empty building. We've got other medical facilities that want to come in and take a look at what they can do with the backside of the hospital
Oh, even better.
to keep that full. You know, having this hospital really is a selling point for businesses along, let's say, I-35. You know, you've got Toro and Ditch Witch over there as well. You know, if we want to attract other businesses, having a hospital is a great resource to do that and a selling point.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even think about that. But yeah, in a factory setting, I mean, accidents do happen. And
They do, yeah.
it's nice to know that there is
Right.
an option for them.
Right. If we didn't have that hospital, you know, if something happened to someone at Ditch Witch, you know, they would have to get sent to Stillwater or to Enid, someplace closer. And, you know, the difference between 5 to 10 minutes and 30 to 40 minutes can make a big difference in that type of emergency.
Sure.
And keeping that cost down,
Right.
save the citizens from having to have an increase, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't really following it, I guess, as close as I might have. I live in the country, but that's my understanding is that there's no increase. So I would say that that's kind of goes along with the point of the new administration and the new thinking and getting people on board. I mean, you and the council and everybody, I think they made a really good decision. It wasn't emotional. It was more fiscal. And that's what we're looking for nowadays is some fiscal responsibility with tax dollars because I think everybody, you know, it's hard to make them anymore and everybody likes to see when they get spent on things that really affect them. So, well, we appreciate it. And tell the council the same.
Yeah, we will. You
I
know,
think you have a pretty strong council now, and it's things are looking up. I think things are going to happen in the town, or the city, I should say, that are going to be pretty great in the next 2 or 3 years. We've been saying it for 5. I think we finally hit the crest, and we're there. You know, the handwriting's on the wall. We didn't buy buildings for no reason.
The growth
Right.
is definitely here. It's
Yeah.
not coming anymore.
Yes,
It's here.
It's here.
right.
Purchases are being made, buildings are being traded, and improvements are being made. But in the spirit of the parade, let's get back to a lighter note.
Yes.
And if you don't mind, you want to tell us a little bit about your family and just kind of your business and what you do? And
Absolutely.
just kind of light and breezy.
Yeah, sure thing. So I'm originally from Kansas, not too far from here, but again, as you guys said, I'm a come here as well. We came out here to help construct and build the hotel that we now own.
Now, who's we?
So me and my wife. So we came out here, it's been about 7-8 years now.
Say.
And originally this was just going to be a stepping stone for us. You know, I knew of Perry growing up because I was in wrestling as well. And so I knew the area a little bit. So I was interested in coming to Perry. We came out here, got the hotel built, got it running. I managed it for a couple years. And the opportunity came up to purchase the business. And so we did. So my wife and I, you know, we started having kids here. We chose to be in Perry.
That's awesome.
We wanted to be in Perry because we fell in love with the community.
Awesome.
We loved the members of the community, the organizations in the community. You know, we've got the YMCA, Main Street Chamber.
You know,
the
you bring
schools.
that up. Isn't it funny how a town of 5,000 people not only has a lot of the civic organizations that it has, but how active they all are?
How
Yeah.
active they are.
That's
right.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. And just the community as a whole. There's so much pride in Perry.
That's very true.
And my wife and I, we just fell in love with that. We wanted to be a part of it. And so, as I said, we chose to be in Perry. And I think we're going to see more of that
Yes.
in the future. We're going to see more folks coming in that choose to be in Perry because of what Perry is.
And the school system
Yep.
is that's what brought us.
Yep.
The schools are huge, and the fact that they're actually passing bonds and making strides to improve the school
Right.
system every day and you know, trying their best to get that going. And then, of course, the staff. I mean, you know, in a town like Perry where everybody knows everybody, you know, not only are they your kids' teachers, but they're also the people you go to
Friends, too.
They're
church
your
with,
friends,
they're
they're
your
your
friends,
neighbors.
they're rodeo. And I'll tell you, the educators in Perry, well, like I said, it's what brought us to town. So.
Yep. We've got a new superintendent.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of new things in Perry. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of things that you're going to see happening, as you said, in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Because people are wanting to get involved.
You touched on a few things too, going back. The Malzahn Foundation has been a silent, well, forever. Ed Malzahn has been silent helper of things
Right.
longer than I'm here. You know, it's my father-in-law was employee number 9, and he was there when they implemented numbers. and he worked at the little
shop,
blacksmith shop over here. But you know, he's helped. Ed and his dad has helped forever, and now he's still behind the scenes.
I was going to say, even
Right.
though
Yes.
Ed's gone,
He's
he
still
set up a
helped,
deal
yes.
that was Perry
Yeah.
friendly.
Yep.
You know, the family sold Ditch Witch, but Toro's doing well. They're putting it in a $90 million edition.
Yeah.
So everybody said, "Oh my God, Ditch Witch is going to leave." They're not going.
Well, and you know, Toro, the brand behind that and the money behind that, I mean, that's a lot of that's a huge brand.
Yes.
And a $90 million edition, what people don't see on the flip side of that, that may not have ever happened if it wouldn't have had the financial backing
Right.
of Toro. I mean,
Right.
if it was just Ditch Witch. So I think they complement each other well. I mean, we know obviously a lot of people that work out there, and for the most part, I mean, other than, you know, the normal, you know, grumblings, but for the most part, everybody says that, you know, they just change shirts.
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean, and for the most part, the logo is still the
Right.
same. So
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah. And even with Toro, you know, there's a lot of potential again with Perry in that, you know,
Yes.
legislatively in our, you know, in America, we've got a lot of money going into infrastructure.
Yes,
Trillions of dollars going into that.
we need it too.
Right,
It's,
we need
it's
it.
that time. So.
Yep. And who's the leader in that? Ditch Witch.
Right. Right. Well, I guess if you need something dug or done underground, who else are you going to call?
Right.
So they are the quote-unquote underground authority.
Right. We're the best.
Right. You know, I used a Ditch Witch, you know, in construction most of my life with my father at home, you know, a Ditch Witch trencher 50 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who'd have thunk I would be in Ditch Witch America?
Right.
So, yeah. But it's pretty cool, and I enjoy reminiscing about that. But again, you know, things that are happening here in Perry, I love this little town.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is obviously from here. We own the oldest building on the square. We live on her great-great-grandfather's land that he settled in the land run. So some real cool history for me and my family. So
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Tyson? Are we getting close?
9:46. We're getting
Very
close.
nice. We're
Almost
doing
parade
good.
time.
We're doing good.
So we don't mean to keep you from your wife and children. Go enjoy our parade.
Thank you. Yeah, I actually get to watch it this year. This is great.
So, Mr. Mayor, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you.
Yep.
Well, that was Lawrence Wortham, our city mayor. I think he's in a year now, or almost a year.
Oh, it's been about 4 or 5 months.
Okay, so almost a year, a quarter of a year. So it's almost. So
We've done a lot.
yes, and look out, man, it's going to get better. So again, well, Danny, this is our 8th year.
I know, isn't that awesome?
That's crazy.
hard
You
to
missed
believe.
one. I did one with my wife. You were off on business somewhere.
I was.
And this is the 130th year celebration of the Land Run. It's pretty cool.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah, longest running festival or parade in Oklahoma.
And it's changed a lot. You remember the first one?
I don't.
You don't?
I mean, you know, I'm only here, I think, I'm here 19 years. So,
I love it. I'm going to get a drink of water, so
Yeah, me
hopefully
too.
Tyson doesn't switch back to us one.
You're looking pretty good for 130.
I'm
Phil.
telling you, yeah, I feel 140. But, so, you know, we're coming to you live from the Perry Information Network, which I say every year is now the Perry International Network.
International.
Yes.
Network.
So we do notice Old Glory waving in the background there.
Prettiest flag they make.
Yeah. There's a lot of countries watching, but there are none of them that are as good as ours.
No.
So,
No.
but that's being said, I know we have some folks listening in from the UK. My buddy Lee's mom and family and friends.
Hello, Lee's mom,
So,
family, and friends.
She is
Every year, loyal supporters.
right. You know, and then you know, for mentioning her name, I do get Smarties every time Lee goes home.
Okay.
Kinda
just,
my
just
favorite.
for the people, they're not sour like American Smarties.
I see.
No,
Is there
no.
They're like
some
M&Ms.
difference between
Yes.
British. Okay.
They're like
Yeah,
M&Ms.
they're
right?
awesome. Yeah, but like twice the size.
You need to get it together, M&M.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's
Stop
that's
holding
pretty
out.
cool. Lots of folks watching around. I know my family's watching back in Jersey, and then we have lots of local folks that couldn't make it to town that are watching too. So
My family's watching right out that door, and that sure makes it easy.
Yeah.
Because as soon as we're done, boom, we hit the booth.
I know my mother-in-law is staying at home today. She's a little under the weather, so I know she's sitting in the living room watching this.
I want to give a shout out real quick, just so everybody knows. So we have multiple organizations. So if I leave some out, it's not on purpose. But there's 2 organizations that I want to give a little bit of a highlight to, and that's our Chamber of Commerce, and that's Perry Main Street.
Yeah.
Because Kaylee and
Laura.
Laura, amazing.
Yeah.
If you do not know these 2 individuals and you live in Perry, you need to stop in and say hello, because I've lived here now. Well, I haven't lived, but I started doing business here when it was Rubel Vance Chevrolet. And so I've been here about 13 to 15 years, I think, something like that. And our Chamber of Commerce and the Perry Main Street are at the top of where they've ever been. These 2 ladies make it happen. And like the dance last night.
That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
I mean, they did a street dance. They put these deals together. I've never seen so many vendors. I mean, I don't know. The weather may have a little something to do with it, but I don't think so. I think it's the planning. Because between the Chamber and Main Street, they work good together. And the things that they put on, they put a lot of thought in. It's not just, next week we need to come up with something. It's planned, it's thought out, and it's executed, and it always is a good time.
Well, I know Kaylee, the second this parade is over, she'll take a breather tomorrow, and Monday starts planning for next year.
Yeah.
So I know she even has some vendors and food trucks and stuff already lined up for years to come. So, yeah, this is their biggest function they do, that the chamber does, that happens in town.
And the local vendors have picked up. I've seen a lot of people that are from this community, and they have booths, and then like Brother Bell's Barbecue.
Yeah.
Josh Bell. I mean, he's doing the barbecue deal. Who would have thought? He's a
it's pretty
preacher
good.
on Sunday, and then he's smoking ribs on.
He was here last night making funnel cakes and chocolate funnel cakes and strawberry funnel, and his line was 20 people deep.
And what's cool is he loves it.
it.
He would do it
Yeah.
for free if he could.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he just enjoys cooking, so I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I enjoy eating. So Josh, keep up the good work, buddy.
He was out there 8 o'clock this morning, getting ready. So,
Sipping brews.
Sipping Bruises out here across the street. Eskimo Snows, Garrett, he was in Axe House, him and his boy playing
Garrett
guitar
Johns.
last night.
Yeah.
Wyatt Flores stopped in last night with his keyboard. He wanted to see our organ. We have a B3 organ.
Yeah.
And they were dying to play it, and he came in and tickled the ivories a little bit, which are actually ivory.
That's cool.
So,
What about the guys, the gentleman, Thomas boy, has the freeze-dried candy?
Daryl Thomas and Landon,
Daryl and Landon.
Daryl and Landon. What's his last name?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. Slips me, and I've known the kid since he was in diapers. But yeah, they started a business this year, doing very well, called Cactus Treats. They're out there. They were at the rodeo last night. They came here today. Then they'll pack up and go to the rodeo tonight, again.
What else do we have local? Stuffed food truck.
Stuffed food trucks. He's out there. Shay Boucher and her husband runs that. And in fact, Shay's daughter just opened a secondhand store on the south side of the square.
Fashionable
Yeah,
secondhand store.
Yeah. Previously enjoyed.
Now I got to be honest. I went in there, and they didn't have any 4X tall.
Yeah, golly, you think?
I mean, it's kind of let me down a little bit. They got to step it up.
She'll have to work a little harder.
But if you're looking for great women's clothes and girls' clothes, she's got you.
We had a couple of buildings being redone around the square too. 611 did theirs. Maroon Nutrition did theirs. We are obviously working on 2.
What's the one that kind of looks like a house?
The new bedroom community.
Yeah.
That's I think an accounting firm or taxes firm.
H&R Block.
Yeah.
H&R Block.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
What else? What else do we got going?
So yeah, a couple of buildings have sold. Building is sold on the east side. We have one for sale on the west side next to us.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to say something. So your Axe House,
Yeah.
1893, is no longer an axe house?
No, it's Axeless House.
It's an axeless house.
Yes.
So you can go in and pretend, like
Yes.
mime
Yeah.
throwing axes?
Yeah.
Very nice.
But we do cornhole 3 nights a week. We have a local group that runs the cornhole facility or cornhole challenge in there, whatever you want to call it. They do tournaments, open cornhole nights.
Do you have to have insurance since you're miming, since you're imitating?
For
throwing
the axing, no. Axing.
Oh, very nice. For the axing.
No. In fact, our insurance went down half because we got rid of the axes,
Very nice.
which is why we did it. So, yeah, we're looking for ideas, something else to do in there after we're done with these other buildings that we're renovating. But, you know, that's a thing for next year, I guess. So,
I know you're. I'm not. I don't mean to be just drilling you with a bunch of stuff, but unfortunately, you're involved in a lot of stuff. So you just got to take it, you know. I bet you're ready for a little breather.
Yeah.
For Red Earth Designs.
yeah, we
your
were
screen
busy.
print and
It's
all that.
our busiest time of the year. So,
You got
we're
got
closed
through
today,
Yeah, you
so,
got through.
yeah.
That's funny. Everybody's wearing shirts. I see one of the shirts you did for me out there on somebody right now.
Yes. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You guys have been busy too. I know you have a on the square-ish building, and your office is just off the square block.
I do have an on the square-ish building.
Yeah.
It's the one with the big American flag painted on it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big fan.
Yeah, and the American Parrots.
Oh.
Yeah, Eagles.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal, folks. If you ever now, Tyson, I want to get you in on this deal. If you ever drive into town and you're coming, what is it, Cedar Street, right?
Yes.
Coming into town on Cedar, and you see that building, first thing you see, big, beautiful American flag. I mean, I poured my heart into this thing. And then I got some Eagles. I mean, you know, we tried to go all out. He says that they look stupid and that they look like parrots. Have you seen the Eagles? Do they look stupid, Tyson?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tyson, answer the question. Do they look stupid?
Where is this sign?
He never comes in from that side
It's
of
the
town.
only 80-foot American flag.
I'm gonna guess I haven't seen it, but I
Okay.
will say Phil is the Birdman. So
What are you doing?
He's
mean-
taking the right side.
I walked
This is
I
disgusting.
walked over to his business yesterday, and he's sitting out front with a bird on his hand.
Just because he has a bird doesn't make him the Birdman.
Dude's the Birdman.
That's what everybody calls me in town.
I own a football, but I'm not going to play in the Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you make footballs?
I could make a football.
He makes birds.
He makes birds.
He raises
Okay.
birds.
Well, whatever. You be the judge. I'll tell you what. Drive by. If the bird looks dumb,
Parrot.
it's not a parrot.
Oh,
It has a it has
it's
a
an
white
American
head.
bald parrot.
It's an American bald parrot. There's not even a such thing as the only bald thing in this room is becoming me. But we're gonna keep the angle like this. Anyway, if you think it looks silly, let me know. Maybe we'll paint over it and do something.
Hey,
'Cause
I always say
my feelings are hurt now.
A for effort.
That's right. It's better than a
what are you
brick
doing?
wall that was there.
Gotcha.
I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Not
Anyway.
much, but
Moving on. Moving on. What's that kid doing looking in the door here? What's she got?
pressing her nose against the door.
She's got some candy.
Yeah.
Looked like she had some freeze-dried candy from Daryl. And
They're out there today.
yeah. Cactus Treats. Check them out.
So we're getting close to the step-off, 10 o'clock.
I know.
We're about a minute before. I don't think there's a parade in the country that's ever stepped off on time.
So just so you know, we do have a list.
Any bets?
It will not be right,
Right.
and you will just have to bear with us, and we'll try to do our best to keep them.
I mean, if it went all right,
Yeah.
where's the fun in that?
it wouldn't be fun.
Lock the door. Something's about to go
Right.
down.
Exactly.
But, yeah,
Hey, you
it's-
know one good thing about you buying a bunch of buildings
What's that?
is I had a great place to park.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I walked right
That'd
through
be
the.
$20, please.
Huh?
$20. You know,
Spoken like a true entrepreneur.
well, I mean, parking goes up when
Next thing you
parades
know,
and stuff
I'm gonna
are
I'm
going
gonna
on.
go to leave, and Gayla's gonna be standing in front of the door with a little gate. That's fine.
Well, no, we're looking
we
down
got
to the
out
folk
here?
art building.
Ooh, there you go.
So, yeah, that's
What
pretty
is
well
that in the
known.
background of the folk art building? Is that a train?
Oh, no, not.
I didn't know we had trains in
Oh,
Perry.
just one or two a day.
Oh, for real?
So, yeah.
That is amazing. Let's get a good shot of that train.
You know, there is a, call it what you want, a cult, a group, or whatever.
A cult.
Follows their train cars. And people come here in Perry and sit on, by that building with the big flag.
Yeah, the
and watch-
beautiful flag.
And watch their train cars go by.
Nuh-uh.
It's weird. Yeah. It's a subculture.
Like they're on my property?
Well, I mean, they come to see the big flag.
Ooh,
There
look
you
at
go.
that.
Zoom
Flags
in.
and trains.
Yeah, there you go.
Now listen. Every company that's on the side of these cars, we will be expecting
A little kickback.
a not a kickback, but a donation. What is all those people? Oh,
Small advertising fee.
Yes, there you go. Small advertising fee. Do we get a percentage?
No.
we don't get a percentage. That's what I signed up for. I signed up for the glamour.
Right. There was people standing out there waiting for, papers and pen in hand. I didn't know, they didn't actually ask for my autograph, but I took their paper and pen anyway.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you sign it and hand it back, or did you just keep it?
But today, as I don't know if you know, but the parade marshal today is Mr. Mo Jerome,
Mo Jerome.
90 years old. So he was one of the first guys I met when I came out here with my wife. Who Gayla did his vet work, and I have never heard of a fainting goat before. So he was 70 years old at the time because it was 20 years ago.
Fainting goat.
Oh yeah, so I've never heard of this before, and my wife is falling over, laughing so hard in tears, watching me and Mo Jerome run around his corral trying to make his goats faint, and it was cool.
Did they faint?
Well, they call it fainting. What they do is their muscles lock up and they fall over like they're dead, and they sit there and shake like. But they call them fainting
That's
goats.
terrible.
Yeah, and it
I've
was
seen
just-
that all
Do you
over
hear
the
this?
YouTube
What
stand.
these people do for fun?
So that was one of my first things to do in Perry, was run around
Yeah.
with Mo Jerome chasing his fainting goats.
That sounds
Fainting
awesome.
goats. You
Yeah.
got screaming goats. There's all kinds of.
Yeah,
You
that-
ever
that
seen
was-
the goats that scream
I've
like
never
animals?
seen a goat. Now, to be fair, I have seen the goat on the meme that was like, and had the little
Yeah.
tongue sticking out. Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's real.
Well, that's one of my fond memories of Mo Jerome and doing stuff with him.
There used to be a camel here in town, and camels spit.
Yes, they
You
do.
spit right on my shirt. And it was a nice shirt, too. It was a 3-button polo, like I just got off work, and we stopped, and I walked up to the fence, and I was like, he came right over, like no big deal. And I was like, oh, hey, aren't you this the cutest little? And he just went, and it just went all down my shirt, and I was like,
Welcome to Perry.
I'm gonna.
Was it one of
Welcome
our
to Perry.
Was it one of our local folks that had the camel?
It was the one out by the Zion Church.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's them. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just driving on a dirt road.
Yeah, they're 4
And there
or
was
5
literally
miles
a sign that
south.
said camels.
Yeah.
And
Did you notice it was spelled wrong?
was it really?
Well, it was spelled properly, but the apostrophe was in the wrong place.
For real?
Yeah, it's been
That's
like that for
funny.
40 years.
I love it.
It says,
What'd you say?
say that again?
I think we got the national.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's go to the streets.
Can you hear it? Oh, yeah. I see people taking their hats off.
Jasper. Good job.
Beautiful. A opera trained
An
Baritone.
opera trained
baritone.
meat smoking, Jesus
Preaching.
loving, devil stomping baritone.
Yep. Pretty
He's got
darn
a
good.
shirt. It's the funniest thing I ever seen.
Does it say that?
He goes, you can call me preacher because devil stomping, evil something. It's funny.
Well,
Anyway,
you think about it. We'll come
I'm
back.
sorry.
To
Yeah, I'm sorry.
that. You raise your hand when you're ready.
I was-
But that was Brother Bell's Barbecue singing the national anthem, and you notice people in the background.
that was not
Hats
Brother
off.
Bell's barbecue. That was Brother Bell singing.
Brother Bell from, yeah, you know what I meant.
I mean, if you want to do it, it could go both ways. I'm just saying.
You made me lose my train of thought there. I was on a roll. So, but anyway, well, my point was, did you notice in the background people with their hats off and their hands on their heart?
Yeah.
Not one person on their knee.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Little slip.
Because
little
if they
slip
were,
in.
I would have excused myself from this table.
There you go.
So,
The knee rustler.
yeah.
He would have rustled them up.
Well, make sure they're on the other knee, too.
Oh,
So.
easy.
But
Easy.
anyway,
Family-friendly show. Tyson,
it
we're
is.
going to have to calm him down.
So again, the 130th celebration, also birthdays of several people in town.
Uh-oh, who was
Mo
born?
Jerome, we said he's 90.
90?
90, yeah.
He's for real born today?
I don't know if it's the 16th, but it's around these two or 3 days.
I'm going to hold you
So
to that deal.
we can go find out. The family.
That's a little conspicuous.
Craig Chemnitz, Craig and Ruby Chemnitz. Ruby he's Ruby's dad. Mo Jerome is Ruby's dad.
Gotcha.
So they have come out and say happy birthday to Mo. They have balloons and cookies and stuff, so stop by and say hey to Mo.
Very cool.
World War
90
II
years old.
World War II pilot.
Really?
Yeah. So, also Patty Bible. We mention her every year. She was born and raised in Perry. Always thought the parade was in celebration of her birthday. So H.E. Bible and Patty, they live south of town on 86. If you want their address, I can always give it to you in case you want to stop by.
I wish her happy birthday.
Yeah. Colton Conrad, he works with us at Red Earth Designs, does all our screen printing. It's his actual birthday today.
Very
So,
cool.
yeah, actually the son of our acting city manager. So Christy Conrad.
Very nice.
And there's a few other people we'll mention across the day, I guess. And like I said, we have people in the UK watching, my family watching from back east. And lots of folks that couldn't make it to town watch it live on the City of Perry's YouTube channel live, and then it's on there forever.
How many viewers do we have, Tyson? Let's see. Let's just see how many
don't know, but-
loyal watchers we have right
And
now.
I tell you, if anybody has a question or a suggestion or a birthday, hit us up on Facebook, and we can.
That doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Don't look
We
good.
have
6 watching from the UK. I have somebody telling me.
76 people between YouTube and Facebook.
Are watching us right now?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. So hello to Facebook.
Well,
or not Facebook.
Hello to the
YouTube
76
Live.
people. I would like to name each and every one of you. Hello to number 1. Hello to number 2. 76. That'll work.
Yeah. So last night, we had a couple people stop in the 1893 and play for us, and we had a good time. We had a little party outside, out front. Several hundred people at the street dance. It was a real good time.
Several hundred?
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Were they dancing in the streets?
They were having a good time.
I was gonna come down, but I didn't. My wife didn't want to go dancing.
So I was just reminded by somebody on Facebook that just texted me that Rena Wheatley's husband Scott, his birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday, Scott.
Scotty,
you know,
happy
you know,
birthday.
yeah. So
How old is he?
she did not say.
Is he 90?
So no, I'm gonna guess he's not 90.
No.
So, he doesn't look a day over 75.
Very nice. Well put
Sorry,
together.
Scott.
Hopefully they're one of the 75. Oh, look at the cute little kid.
Yeah. Maybe we should bring him in here. He's got some tasty treats.
Yep.
Looks like some chips or something.
That's funny. We need to do a man on the street, Tyson. We keep threatening to do that. That'd be funny. We'll go out there and just. So Perry Main Street did a deal I noticed some people with microphones talking about 130.
66.
That's how old Scott
Yeah,
is?
that was close. I said 75.
66. He's still a spring chicken. I remember when I was 66.
Pounds?
Huh?
Pounds?
I've never been 66 pounds. I think I was born $125, but I had a guy tell me that the other day. He goes, "Yeah, he goes, you're healthy weight." I went to the doctor, and I'm 6'6", and I'm 400 pounds. I know it's hard to believe because the camera adds several hundred pounds, but so I go, and the doctor tells me my healthy weight, and this is no joke, is 210 pounds.
You would be emaciated.
I was over 210 pounds in 6th grade. That's a true statement. That's a true statement. 210?
No, that's crazy.
That's what he said. I asked him, I said, "How do you figure that?" He goes, "I'm just going by your height and your this and your that." And I said,
Yeah, that's not working for you.
"Nah, 210 pounds." So listen, big is beautiful sometimes as long as you're healthy. But don't ever let them tell you that you need to be anorexic, because I'm sticking to the
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A diet. I eat chicken. What you got? Everybody texting you?
Yeah.
You just can't put your phone down, can you?
So I'm getting reminded about things that we should have said and we didn't
What
say.
are we talking about?
And I think we mentioned this. Main Street come out with this thing called the Time Frame app. If you get it on your phone, it gives you a virtual walk around town and tells you stories about the buildings. And then you can hold up your camera on your phone and take a picture or view a picture of the building, and it fades in from the old building to the new building and gives you stories about what happened
Really?
there. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
And Main Street put that, or Main Street put that app together?
Yes, yeah.
Another tick for Laura Vollmer.
Yeah, it's actually pretty neat. I've been walking around with it. We kind of got a preview before it went live, and it's actually really cool.
Very cool. Well, I'm gonna have to do that.
In fact,
today
stopped,
would be the perfect day to do it. It's beautiful outside.
Yes, I don't remember a parade being this time. This
I've
weather.
never, like I said, I've been to 15 of them, and I've never seen a day like today.
Yeah.
It's either raining cats and dogs,
Hotter than all get
or
out.
it's hotter than all get out.
Yeah.
It is
But I
beautiful.
stopped a few. I talked to everybody that I deem strangers in town just to see why they're in town and all that. It interests me why these folks come through these older, smaller towns. And I saw a couple people reading the plaques that we've done around the square. Again, another Main Street project. And I said, hey, if you just scan in this app right here that was in a poster in our window, it'll tell you stories. And they were related, and they were an older couple that went to high school here. I think she said 50 years ago she was in high school here. So, and they asked about Dr. Scythes, who was the dentist above our shop in our building. All his dentistry items and tools are in the museum. Speaking of which, segue into the museum.
I like it.
Awesome place. That they've done a heck of a job out there. Today they're offering free admission, donations accepted, to go out there and see the museum during the celebration.
They do blacksmithing out there too.
Demonstration today.
Yeah, so you can go out. I stumbled upon this on accident. So we went out there one day just kind of goofing off, and they have a building adjacent to the museum.
That's right.
And you can go in and sit down on the bleachers. I mean, it's super nice. And watch a real-life blacksmithing demonstration from start to finish. They make nails. They make all kinds of stuff. Look at this. I'll show you something they make if you want to see it. It's 50-50. I only have 2 pockets, and I went for the wrong one the first time. So this right here, if you look at my key, this little hat right there, that was made from our local blacksmith.
Out there? That's awesome.
Yep. Pretty cool. He makes keychains. He makes all kinds of stuff, and he gives kids, they give kids things as kind of a little memento. Yeah, if you got time, go out there and check it out, because it's really pretty fun. They put on a heck of a show.
So I hear sirens.
It's showtime.
Yeah. Somebody just sent me a message that said Isabel Stoops' birthday was on the 14th. So that's another Perry person.
Isabel.
So-
Well, she's more than just a Perry person. Let's just go ahead and get this out there. Isabel Stoops was, I think, the first female state champion wrestler if I'm not mistaken. Or went to state.
Went to state or won? I'm not sure.
I think she's a state champion.
Yeah.
And let me tell you this, Isabel Stoops
she's a little baddie.
is super sweet because my kids are in band with her.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you right now, when she gets on that mat, it's a totally different person.
Yeah, all
Hey,
business.
she is all business.
Yeah, that's
It's
good.
fun to watch.
And Perry's noted for their wrestling.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
wrestling, as they say.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
And she's a heck of a saxophone player.
Oh, I didn't know she was in band as well.
She's a cool chick, man.
Yeah.
She guitar, whatever.
Well, she needs to come down to the Axe House. We have all kinds of instruments down there. Just
She
waiting
could
for
play
people
you a
to
song and then pin you.
Oh, yeah.
Because she would take you out.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm too old for that.
Oh, I guarantee you.
I
You
get
wouldn't
it.
want no part of that deal. You see the two little bun things she has her hair in, and
Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah,
So are they starting?
yeah,
What we
that's
got?
sirens, man. That is the color guard should be coming across our window, or at least coming across our corner monitor.
Haven't quite turned the corner yet.
Oh, okay. So nothing to see yet, folks.
Yeah.
We got some little horses over there running, walking around in circles. Uh-oh. Look at that. That folk art building is pretty. You know, when I first came to town, that's where the Chamber of Commerce was. You remember that?
Chamber or Main Street?
Chamber. I don't even think, did we even have a Main Street 15 years ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on the board for many
Well, that
years.
just goes to show you. I mean,
So that
well, I was on the board with you. I mean,
Well, I was
I'm
on
talking about
years
before.
before you.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
that window, the shape of the window was Perry Main Street's logo for a long time.
Yes. Yeah, the folk art
So-
window. Yeah.
Yeah, but the chamber officed out of there because I think that's the first time.
The Chamber
I ever
and
met
Main Street did.
Brett Powers.
Yeah, it's been there for years before
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I love that. I love that building. It's
So-
got all the potential.
So another famous trio from Perry are the Clark triplets. Rena Wheatley.
Well, I know Rena.
Well,
obviously.
her brothers are triplets, and
Oh.
they're pretty well known. But one of the brothers, Charles, he lives in Arkansas or Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah, and he's watching from home, recovering from some cancer treatment, and we would like to say hello to him, and hopefully everything's going well, and
Yeah,
you
hello.
recover quickly.
Hopefully everything just is easy breezy and you're back out there.
So here comes our color guard, just rounding the corner.
Look at Troop,
Round the bend.
Troop 912, Boy
So,
Scouts.
Yes, sir.
Good looking group of kids.
Behind them,
Good looking flags.
Perry Police Department and Noble County Sheriff.
Yeah, did you see the Hummers?
Yeah, the Hummers. Actually, the police department and the sheriff each have one.
So just in case that truck and that black SUV isn't intimidating enough, if you're really like the upper echelon of criminal, and
They'll come see you?
They'll come see you in the tactical military style vehicle.
And you know
That
that
thing
is
is
also they were donated by. I know the sheriff's one was an OSBI. I don't know where the police came from.
Did Matt get that done?
That was Matt, I think.
Matt
yeah.
McGuire.
Matt McGuire got
our
that
sheriff.
done, yeah.
I want to say new sheriff, but he's not new. He's been
I think
around.
he's a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah,
in.
he's been around for a little while. Great guy, great family.
Yeah, good folks.
Man, look at that.
That's the new. I can't tell right yet, just yet. I think that's the new K9 unit, the black unit. So
The new K9 unit?
yes, I can't tell. It has black police on it, black reflector. So that is the new K9 unit.
That is
Yeah.
awesome. So when that door pops open, you don't want no part of that.
Yeah, I can't remember the K9's name anymore. It's been a while since I've messed with him.
We'll call him Charles.
Charles, yeah.
Yep.
Charles doesn't sound like a badass name.
Yeah, you're probably right. We'll call him Steven.
So that's Perry's new engine.
Engine number 9.
No,
Is it
I'm gonna
9?
say it's not 9.
It's not 9.
8.
Is it 8?
Yeah.
Good looking, that's for sure.
Yeah. And that's their emergency unit, response unit behind it.
You know, I think we got a, so our chief.
Engine 8, you were right.
Yeah, Engine 8. I was right to listen to Tyson. So our fire department has had some changes, I think. Our
about
chief, yeah, or about to. Our
Yep.
chief, Russell Brand, has kind of kind of moving on and going to do some stuff, retiring and do some other things. And then I think it's Ben Triner
Trainer, intermittent
is
chief.
going to come in as interim chief.
Interim, yep.
And Ben worked with us for a little bit, and I'm going to tell you, they're definitely in good hands. He's a great guy, and he's totally opposite of me. So whenever we would go do something, I would sit there and do all the talking, and Ben just sits back and listens.
So this is an engine for Lucene, engine rescue. That was donated to them, Lucene Fire Department, by Covington Fire and Rescue in
Oh, well,
the
that's
county
cool.
to the south. Yeah. Some
Taking care of each other.
Yeah. Here comes Billings.
Billings, boy, that's a big boy there.
Yeah.
Got the monitor on the front.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a bulldog.
Yeah. Billings Bulldogs.
Dead bulldogs, yeah.
What do we got here?
Blue Peak, the new fiber optic internet people in town. I was their first customer. I was the first people
No,
to sign.
you
Yes,
weren't.
I was.
Nah.
Yes, sir. I was the first one to sign that contract on the dotted line.
Wow. Oh, they're throwing candy.
Of course, though, Seth Wadley got theirs first before I did, because they needed.
Well, they were on the way.
Yeah, well, they needed a lot more than I did. So, but speaking of which, and Seth Wadley put up a brand new facility out there on I-35, and they're getting ready to build another. It's out for bid right now, as a matter of fact.
So, I don't mean to go. I want to go back to Blue Peak real quick. So, have you been satisfied with the service?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. It's faster.
It's fiber.
It's fiber. It's a lot faster than what we had. With every new company and every new build, there's always an issue or two, but they're working out the bugs.
Well, in any huge company,
crap,
I mean, it's not like they're sitting around waiting on you to call and
Right.
they're going to, you know what I mean? There's always going to be a little bit of,
Right.
pain, but we have Blue Peak at our offices, and I'll be honest with you, we've had great experience with
Yeah,
it.
us too. It's worked out fine. Like I said, every new build, every new company, it was been a new takeover, Blue Peak, and they got to work out their bugs and issues. And we were the first rural town, if I'm not mistaken, Blue
Yeah.
Peak coming, because Mr. Stoops, Isabel's dad,
Yeah.
is a Perry guy, and he chose Perry to come to first. So
What a great guy.
yeah, there you go. So
Good job.
I think that's our parade marshal coming, Mr. Mo Jerome.
Mo Jerome,
I think
90 years old.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
I don't see him.
We got candy. Well, he's not going to be sitting up on the windshield.
Well, I mean, I guess at 90,
Look at that
not
guy.
safe.
Look at that guy.
So, and that's Mr. Craig Chemnitz. That's his son-in-law. So I guess Craig said, all right, I'll drive you.
Parade
Yeah.
Marshal Mo Jerome.
And it's his birthday. Happy
That
birthday,
is very
Mo
cool.
Jerome.
Happy birthday, Mo.
That was a snappy-looking sign on the back of that car.
Did you do it?
Of course I did.
Look at that. Pride of Perry.
Yep.
Perry Marching Band.
So I have,
Melanie McGuire.
if you really want to feel old, I have a great niece that is playing in that marching band. A great niece. I don't know, not meaning, I guess she is a great niece,
Yeah.
but she's also a great niece. And she is playing the bellophone, which I said, what's a, you know what a bellophone is?
Mellophone?
Yeah, Bella with a B.
Well, while you guys are figuring it out, I'm going to go back to a friend of mine. Melanie
Well, that's her right there.
McGuire was the volunteer of the year, and she was on the Bronco.
Oh, we missed her, gosh. Well, sorry, Melanie. A well-deserved award. She's involved in just about everything that happens in town.
She is. She's very involved.
Yeah.
And there's the Pride of Perry with Phil's, was it niece? With the
Great
bellophone?
niece.
The bellophone.
Yeah. Bellophone is a big-belled trumpet. And I did not know it was
That is
called
a
that.
mellophone with an M.
Mellophone? Oh,
Mellophone
so
with an M. Yeah.
I'm old. I can't
That's
hear.
good.
So.
Thank God you're here, Ty.
And she was trying to tell me last night. I said, "Oh, I'll mention you on the TV," and she got mad and walked away.
Very nice.
I'm pretty sure that's what my youngest niece
Oh my
plays
gosh.
during marching season.
Well, there you have it.
Well,
Little Seth
I-
Wadley Bronco right there.
I don't know if that's a good advertisement. The doors don't even stay on that thing.
That was our king and queen, I'm assuming, going by.
There's Randy Parrish in his hot little red truck. You know what's cool about that truck? Randy and his wife Donna. when they were dating, that was the truck that they used to go in.
Oh, she has told me that.
Yeah, and they still got it. They've been together 6 or 8 months now, and
6 or 8 months. There's an old Bronco. I don't know what year that was, but it was probably early '80s, late '70s.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. But
And
that was a Chevrolet.
Perry.
That was a
It was a Chevy?
Yeah,
Well, it was
that was
Perry.
it was a Blazer.
Perry cheerleaders just walked by
High school cheerleaders.
in a Perry Public School van. And
Hey, I like that little van. There's Guys Dolls.
yeah, we're actually in order for the first 13.
I got
crazy
I
is
got a
that?
lot of love for Guys Dolls. These girls, they're so cute. My daughters were Guys Dolls, and then I have a I call her my niece because they're practically family, but Jenna, she is a Guys Doll, and she's out there making it happen today. And I guess we're done with Guys Dolls.
Yeah. What is that? An MG?
I don't know what that is. It looks like Marina Moore.
No,
What is
it's
this guy doing? That's cool.
it's Myrna Moore, but I can't.
Is that an off-road rascal? Can we zoom? Can we pan over to the off-road rascal, please? I feel like we're missing
What's an
really
off-road
important.
rascal?
Look at that! That is awesome. Get out of the way, Elena.
Terrorizing the neighborhood.
Join us Sunday
Yeah.
for some trail rides.
No, that's not. He's not trail riding.
Well, they can have church on the trail. Jesus is everywhere. Look how fast that was. Did you see?
He's scooting.
I love it.
Yeah.
Family. It's the Fast and Furious float.
That is our veterans.
Oh. Take a good look at
American
those people.
Legion Post 53.
Those people
Yeah.
were more bad to the bone than we'll ever be.
Yep. If you like your freedom,
Yep.
Go
say
find
thank
them
you.
and say
say
thank you.
you.
so
Oh, look at that. That's
Vietnam veterans. I saw them having breakfast this morning up there at the Boomerangs.
I wish I'd have known. I'd have bought their breakfast. What do we got here? We want you. Oh, very nice.
Perry High
Perry
School alumni.
Oh, look, it's Brad Finley being crazy.
So-
That's a first.
So Mr. Craig Kemnitz was one of the inductees as in the alumni dinner last night. So I couldn't make it because we had the band or the street dance. I really wanted to go.
Yeah.
So
Well, look at that old Chevy.
Perry High School class of
1983.
83.
Holy smokes. Very cool. All right, so who do we got here?
Blackwell High School band.
Blackwell High School Band.
There's that's Perry's rivalry.
Why is that? 'Cause
Blackwell
they're Maroons?
Yeah, they're the Maroons. They say Perry are the real Maroons. So
Really?
there's a Blackout
Well, who was
Blackwell
here
game.
first?
I don't know.
We need to get to the bottom of that. Because whoever was here first technically is the real Maroon.
I would say
That's Perry.
Perry. Yeah.
That's right. You hear that, Blackwell? The real Maroons.
There's one of those.
What is a Maroon?
I don't know the true definition.
Because the only time I've ever heard the word maroon was like cartoons, and it was never positive.
Right.
There has to be a true reason.
Some kind of warrior. I remember asking
warrior?
Yes, when I first moved to Perry as well. Like,
It's a warrior.
what is a maroon?
Well, that's
So-
all. Check that out.
So-
a miniature version of the Catholic Church.
So that Catholic Church, they're celebrating 100 years in that church today.
Did Mason Bole build that?
Mason Bole built that in his barn. I was pretty taken aback when I saw pictures of that.
I love that guy.
So-
How funny is that? That is awesome.
So 130 years the church has been in this town, in this city.
Yeah.
But
And if you haven't stopped by, go see it. It's gorgeous. The huge bronze doors are
Yeah.
beautiful.
Copper roof, copper,
How funny is
yeah,
that?
those things.
Tile.
Steeple?
Steeple.
Oh, steeple.
Yeah, we're all the people. Yeah.
That's awesome.
100 years in that church, though. That's pretty awesome. And they are having an open house if you would like to go see the church today.
I am.
It is actually a beautiful.
It is beautiful.
They
They used to do our
restored-
Lions Club meetings over there in
That's
their
years ago.
Yeah, in their deal in the back, and yeah, their church is gorgeous.
They redid all the stained glass windows, and I'm working on a pretty large project with them right now for
Campfire
thanking everybody.
Girls. Campfire Girls. Those are those girls right there are large contributors to my so-called weight problem.
Oh yeah, they stopped by and forced me to gain a little weight as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Terrible kids.
Perry Junior High cheerleaders.
Yes, sir.
And then what do we got?
Should be the youth cheerleaders behind them.
Oh. Where are they? On a
They're
float,
coming.
maybe?
Maybe.
Oh, look at that.
Well, they'll be
It's a whole batch
They'll
of
be
cuteness.
with the youth football right behind them.
It is a batch of cuteness. I could not imagine trying to get them all on the same page. The patience that those coaches have. Uh-oh, Perry Youth Football.
So somebody just sent me
Oh, what a maroon is?
what is a
Well,
maroon?
let's do it. What is
So it is, they're known for being strong and skilled fighters with an impressive ability to strike with stealth and speed.
it? So I'm a maroon.
Speed?
Well, I mean, they didn't say
400
top
pounds?
speed. Well, I can get this moving, buddy.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all about
He's
momentum.
a precision machine, speed and
It's
aromatics.
I'm more of a blunt, easy lightning McQueen. Hey, I'm more of a blunt instrument.
Oh,
But so keep reading. That was it.
That was it. It was a little bit of information beforehand.
that in?
I don't know. It's a number that I don't have. Derives from the Spanish word cimarron, meaning wild or untamed. Now, I'll give you that.
Cimarron River.
Yeah. So, Maroons battled and overcame unfavorable conditions in Spanish history. So
Well,
there you go.
that's awesome.
Thanks for.
I don't know about you guys, but that sounds an awful lot
Sending
like
me
a
that.
warrior to me.
Yeah, it's a warrior.
So
It's like Tyson knew what he was doing. Very cool.
It's like
Thank
the
you,
person
Corey.
you told me knew what they were talking about.
Oklahoma Specialties.
Oh yeah, these guys are a lot of fun.
Those
They put
guys-
on a demonstration
They
on how
tear-
to take apart and put it back together, and they do it in a couple 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's awesome. I videoed it one year and put it on Facebook. It was pretty impressive. Boy, that's a beautiful car.
That's a Rio.
Man, that's pretty.
Last year he had to push it.
Oh, did it?
It didn't make it.
Oh,
By the
well, it's a
way-
Ford.
Don't freak out. We're up to 140 viewers now.
140?
Wow.
Is that, would you say that's double? Would you say that's double of what we had? I mean, on a generous,
Earlier.
just say double. Just say double, Tyson. Why is
I-
it always a big deal with you?
I haven't actually paid attention in the past years to see. what
No,
we
I'm
normally
talking
get.
about from what we had just a little
So-
bit ago.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
That's
it was
awesome.
double.
See, I told you it was double.
That's a funky looking one. You know, my wife's family has a 1923 Model T 1-ton truck in the barn
Why?
because
No.
they won't sell it to me. So
That'd be cool. Whoa!
I'd restore that tomorrow.
Snoop Dogg is in the house.
Low, you can sing the song now.
Dun, 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 dun,
No.
dun, dun.
YouTube will. No, we don't monetize anyway. Never
I'm-
mind.
yeah, I was
All
gonna
you
say
want.
we're not making no money off of this deal. We're here for the people. Look at that.
And they got a little tea bucket in behind there.
Number 4.
Number 4. Who is that? Does it say? It does not.
Uh-oh.
So, subsite.
Here
and
comes.
I hear it.
Here comes the Super Wiz. Now let's not take away from Subside.
Right.
They don't have anything cool like the Super
I
Wiz. So
hear it.
let's give them some props.
No.
There's the Subsite family sedan.
Families.
I like it. Good
They
looking.
only-
They have one or two of those.
And to be fair to Subsite, they make some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
The electronic side,
Whoa.
and then he cuts to the
Right.
Warlock. I mean, come on, man, that's not fair. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Brad Douglas, who works at Subsite, and everybody else, all my other buddies that work at Subsite, because they do make some pretty cool stuff.
They do. And you know, Ditch Witch is across the street from the Y today, or all day today, giving away all kinds of gardening tools and stuff like that if you win a raffle. They have all kinds of things you can touch and feel and move and play with their machines and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Look at that hydrovac. The Warlock.
The
That is
Warlock.
awesome.
Yeah.
Can we get another shot of the Warlock, or is it gone
It's
forever?
gone.
Oh, there it is.
There it's coming.
There's my trencher. That's the one I use at my house, folks. Super Witch. Boy, that is cool. There it is. Thank you, Tyson. I wanted one more look at that. If you've ever wanted to see what $1 million, maybe even more, driving down the road looks like, and
There it
not
is.
in agriculture, because everything
Yeah.
in agriculture is $1 million. That is cool.
And they're getting ready to head out to their big Kentucky outdoor construction show.
IQ.
Yeah, biggest in the country, I was told. And they've
Well,
been
they
doing
put
it for
on
years.
they put on the
Yeah.
deal too.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard it's pretty amazing. God, look at that. That is awesome. They make some cool equipment
They do.
right here in Perry, Oklahoma. This is all created and manufactured right here.
And to think that's happened in 60 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the first, I know we don't have a picture of the first Ditch Witch, but it was just
You
a,
can go see one. It's right down the road.
yeah, it's just, check it.
It doesn't do wheelies.
No.
And Tyson will know, this is not the first Super Witch.
Oh,
Second
no.
or third version,
No,
I
it's
think.
way further than that, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh,
the
number
fifth?
5?
Yeah. That is cool.
And to think, like I said, my father-in-law started over here banging on steel in a blacksmith shop.
Employee number 8.
9, I
9.
think. Yeah. Well, he was actually employee, and then they decided to give him numbers.
So yeah, Super Witch number 6 was radio-controlled mini skid.
Oh, no kidding! Wow.
It doesn't make an appearance very often.
Uh-oh, here it goes. I can smell a wheelie.
Been on the sub side the whole time.
You know, people
Man,
have
I'm
been
gonna
attending
take-
this parade for, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's
Go ahead.
okay. I'm mesmerized by this deal. That is cool.
You can take pictures of these people that were here this year in that spot, and they're going to look back on all the other parades we've done for the last 8 years, and they're all the same people in the same spot.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they all have their family areas. And their family.
Oh, come on.
Oh, we're going to miss it. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Tyson.
Tyson's on. Come on, you got to pop a wheelie, bud.
Oh, there it goes.
What are we doing? No wheelie? Oh,
So one of few that
That's
you're
okay.
looking at. Hang on.
I know you're
Is he
waiting
gonna do
for
it?
too.
Ah.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. It's the first year I haven't seen it do a wheelie.
Well, we only get to see 1.5 sides of the square, too.
I know, that's what I'm saying. This is the first year it didn't happen. What do we got here? More Ditch Witch. Handing out candy. Awesome.
Oh, this one right here.
Libby's
Libby.
birthday.
Libby's 8th.
Libby
How
Lou's
cool of a
8th
birthday
birthday
is
party.
that?
So I guess we were to mention Libby Lou.
So Libby Lou's 8th birthday party. Happy birthday,
How about that?
Libby.
Look at that cake.
Let me tell you something. You know that you're loved when you get a 10-foot birthday cake on a trailer
There
in
you
the
go.
parade.
In a parade.
Let's go.
This is the first time we've seen
I've never seen a personal deal
Miss
like
Libby
that.
Lou's birthday float.
Maybe the first 7 years of her life she was shy.
Maybe.
How
Wonder what
fun-
they're going to do
How
next year.
fun would it be if they did it for the rest?
Every year.
How cool would that be?
Yeah.
I'm jealous. Oh, we got
The
Look at
First
these
Baptist
guys.
Church.
I know. Good stuff.
100. They 130th anniversary of their church, they're saying. So,
First Baptist
Interesting
Church.
looking Jeep. So hang
Yeah.
on.
Very interesting. What?
This guy Al Wise, everybody knows Al Wise.
Who's Al Wise?
He's the guy that sits on the corner of 7th
Oh,
and
the
Delaware.
waving guy?
Yes, and people come from far and wide to go blow the horn and wave at Al.
No, they don't.
I'm telling you,
Do
he
they
was
really?
sitting out there in the pouring rain last week, waving people, and he'll get out there and people roll down their windows and yell and hello, how are you?
We're just gonna gloss over the Hummer EV there.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry,
it is.
sorry, Mr. Wadley. But yeah, that is a pretty cool truck that slid by. I was
They
more
got
excited
an
about it.
electronical Hummer.
Yeah, electronical.
Yeah, it's a technical term.
It's a technical industry
It's an
term.
industry
Yeah,
term.
sorry.
Don't correct me on my. Don't correct me on my mic husband.
Mr.
You're not the only Guido in here.
Oh, you blend. so that was PJ's Plumbing, just driving by there, another local business on the east side of the square.
Very nice.
So
Hey, they installed my tankless hot water system and my pressure pump to give me better water pressure.
Well, that's
and
awesome.
It was awesome. They did a great job.
So
here's
gonna give a
Covington Douglas.
shout out to my alma mater here,
Yep, that's
Oh,
all.
are you a Covington
Mr.
Douglas
Mr. Davis's
boy?
alma mater.
I act surprised every year.
and I was in the band.
You were in the band?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can guess. What's your guess? What did he play?
Baritone.
Baritone.
Close.
Ooh.
Baritone saxophone.
Oh, wow.
I think you played the baritone sax. Am I right?
Dump. Sandy
Well, I didn't
Cockrum
get
in
a
her
chance to guess.
1937 Ford? Or what? 1970? So that would be the 37 Ford, I imagine. That's definitely not a Grand Sport.
No.
That
But that
might be
isn't
recycled from last year.
Is that Santa Claus?
Santa Claus.
It's Santa!
What?
That's Santa Claus.
It's Klein's Catering, and it's Santa.
Bro,
You're right.
that's Santa Claus.
What the heck?
Don't tell me. I
What
know.
does Santa Claus have anything to do with barbecue?
Are you kidding me?
Hey man,
He rides reindeer.
So then he
barbecue
puts them
is
in the
like
smoker?
a gift from Santa.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if that's what you asked for. No, is that your thing? I wouldn't want to eat a reindeer. Look at that. That's a big hog right there. Who is that? Noble County Meats.
That's
Is
Noble
that
County
the
Meats?
new one that was out here on 64?
Yes, and he's now opened, not only does he butcher farm animals, but now he's opened now a retail section too.
Good for him. Good for
Yeah,
him.
he's come a long way.
That's a nice place.
Hunter Nida is his name, and his wife and children out there running that business.
That's awesome. Family businesses are the best.
Yep.
That's one thing I do love about this town. It is full of family
Yeah.
businesses.
And every
I mean, you got to have big business too. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
boo booing the big business. I mean, you got to have them, but I love a good family business that's ran by the
a
family.
very large family business came to town within the last year and spiked our sales tax greatly. The Loves family business out on the highway.
Yeah.
So, which is now attracting other businesses to come to town as well. You know,
Hey,
they see the
Loves.
success of one brings others.
I'm going to tell you, man, Love's is that's a well-oiled machine.
Yep.
They have it figured out.
We were the 500th station they opened.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
I'm not even going to try. Embrace?
Embrace.
Oh.
Close.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I mean, everybody else that saw this on TV read that.
I tried to add something. I tried to church it up a little bit. I apologize
Embrace
to
grace.
my viewers.
Hooked on phonics.
It didn't work for me.
Worked for me.
D6 Services LLC.
So another local, and you got that right too.
Thank you.
Another local business also now building on her on the south side of the square.
What do they do? Come on, don't act like you know them and then can't
I
tell
do, and I'm going to say he is remodeling, but I know I'm wrong. So.
I was thinking
Dozer work.
Dozer work, yeah.
Yeah,
Me. I was going to say
D6.
D6. That kind of makes it like dirt work.
I really don't know.
Okay.
So I was trying to fake
Thanks for the info.
it. Fake it till you make it.
I understand.
But he did buy a building on the south
Embrace.
side of the
I
square.
mean, you just got to embrace these kind of moments.
Yeah. I said one earlier and you didn't catch it. I called the mayor the intermittent mayor. No,
Intermittent, like a wiper?
No, not the mayor. The intermittent City manager. Yeah, you didn't catch it though. I was.
I
like
wish
waiting
I
for
would
you
have
to
been
hit
paying
me.
attention.
So, but you just let it go by. Brownie troop.
That's what friends do, Phil.
Yeah.
We don't always point out each other's mistakes.
Brownie troop 7409.
Oh, look how
So-
cute they are.
Another group that has a lot to do with my waistline.
Yeah, get out of here, you little cookie hustlers. Uh-oh.
Exchange Bank.
There it is.
And the Thunder Chicken.
Oh, I thought that was KFC.
KFC? No.
Look at that. They always have a cool float.
Yeah. Another home business.
Who's driving?
Yeah.
Is that Zach?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Zach pulling that is cool. Yeah, another family business.
Yep.
And the Thunder Chicken. What is his actual name? Cash, isn't it?
Cash, yeah.
You know, my son, I probably already told you this, but my son dressed up as an eagle one year, and we went around the square, and he ran into Cash, and
Did he fight?
Cash just like opened his arms. He was like, and Daniel was like, Papa, and gave him a big old hug. It was hilarious.
See, in real life, they would have clashed and fought.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know. Everything's got to be. You're Mr. Bird.
So, again, I'm going to say it like
Where's
I do.
Chuck?
I do every year.
Oh,
Karen's driving around town with her top off again.
I know.
So-
she always
with
does.
the district attorney.
With
Well,
the-
let's not
with the
glaze, let's
district
not glaze
attorney.
over my buddy Chuck Hall, Senator
I didn't see
Chuck
him.
Hall.
Where was he?
Yeah, he was in
was
front
at
of
it?
Karen with her top off. We know
Senator
where you're
Hall,
looking.
glad to have you back
Senator
in town.
Chuck Hall
Yep.
in town. There he is.
There he is.
And
Ty
Ty
Burns.
Burns. And the guy under
John
Ty
Pfeiffer.
Burns.
Pfeiffer.
I was
Is it Pfeiffer or Pfeiffer?
It's Pfeiffer, not Pfeiffer.
It's like the faucet with the funny name. Pfeiffer.
Hey.
Pfeiffer faucets.
I guess.
I don't know if they're related. But
I don't either. They're Stanley's wrecker.
yeah, he's out there on I-35.
Hey, I'll tell you what. When you need one, you need one.
Yeah. Hopefully you never need him though.
I know.
That's one guy I don't like to see. Him and the Undertaker.
Whoa.
Well, you ain't gonna see them.
Oh, what happened there? Looks like we need some student driving teaching.
Somebody's displaying their terrible driving skills.
Oh my gosh.
Student driver. Hey, they do.
Well, what
they,
the hell?
I hope she's doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
She's got to be.
Yeah, I hope so. Because she's going to need some academy learning at the Cowboy Driving
So let me
Academy.
tell you something about Cowboy Driving Academy. Brad Finley,
Another local guy.
who's hilarious. I love the guy. He got both. I got 3 kids, and 2 of them have driver's licenses because of him. Now, I don't know if he paid somebody off or whatever. I don't know.
I
But,
don't know. Daniel's had a few wrecks.
huh?
Daniel's had a few wrecks, hasn't he?
Well, he's hit 2 deer.
Yeah. Also a little bit of a track star, I understand.
Well, he did have that one incident where he was running from the police, but that's a different deal.
God.
That's so funny. No, he
Criminal.
hit 2 deer and wrecked. Those are the wrecks.
What about,
Anyway.
he hit that fast-moving pipe or something at Sonic, didn't he? That one, that pipe that jumped out in front of him?
What are you doing? Are you just are you just picking on my little bouncing baby boy? Look, the guy has depth perception issues. We need to embrace our
Embrace?
Oh my God! Yeah, he did. That dude, his car's been hit more times than Joe Louis, dude. It's so funny.
Well, he
I
takes
told
after
him.
your wife.
No,
Come
she. You want me to go get her? I'd love you to say that with her.
She's been through a couple
She was
cars.
hit. She was hit.
Yeah.
So just in TV land, let me tell you something. My wife, oh my God, she is good.
All right, we need to stop shooting the bull here. We're missing a couple people.
We are, and this is what it's all about. The class of 1993.
And that is a Fiat?
And that's not the class of 1993.
No.
That's 7th Street Spa.
That's
where
right.
I get my massages. She is a masseuse, and she does a great job.
Well, her mom,
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Bethany.
Bethany, yes.
And let me tell you something. If you're looking for a place to get a good massage or laser lipo or your hair, your nails, everything done,
Yep, it's a one-stop shop.
it is a one-stop shop, and it's a local business and family business.
That's right.
She's awesome.
I get Perry Smiles as well, local dentistry.
Yeah. And where are they located at, Phil?
Out there on, yep. On Fur, yep.
Fur? Yeah. There it is.
That is Ruth, if anybody remembers Ruth. That's the truck's name.
That truck has a name,
It was named that when it was owned by the Malzahn's Cattle Company.
and its name is Ruth.
Yep, and then J&J Solutions bought it and redid it. But they're hauling around the Rasslers.
I know. Look at that. Oh, there's my daughter. I'm not going to point her out, though.
That's-
She'll be embarrassed.
She's on the wrestling?
She's one of the managers.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Is she not, your
Those who
daughter's
don't
not in
do
band?
manage. What?
I thought your daughter was in band too, or was that Emily?
That's Emily.
So Sarah
Emily.
was on that one.
Sarah's on that one. Emily was the bass drum.
And Daniel's in track or something?
Yeah, Daniel is in track.
Yeah.
He is in the local Perry Police Department track team. You're so funny, dude. Noble County 4-H.
But, picking on your son Daniel, he is actually going to enlist in the Air Force. And
He is.
that's
That
pretty
is the
cool.
goal.
So,
That is the goal today.
Yeah.
We're 2 years out, but that's the goal today. He is joining the United
That's awesome.
States Air Force.
Noble County 4-H went by, I'm assuming.
Those are the kids that are going to feed you in the future.
Yeah.
You better be nice to them. Perry High School football.
Yes. My
Hey.
little falconry apprentice is on that float somewhere.
You know, I never used to go to high school football games until my kids were in the band.
Oh, yeah?
But I go now every time and it's a great time.
Oh, I bet.
It's
yeah.
fun.
I haven't been in a few years because we're always doing something on weekend nights here in the Axe House. So, Fibbit, First Bank and Trust, another local business up there on 7th and Delaware.
They usually have a big float. This year, we're keeping it simple.
Yeah,
They got T-shirt cannons and a good attitude.
and that's one of the presidents of the bank, John Alexander, who just celebrated his 60th birthday 2 days ago.
Should he be driving?
I don't know. Maybe he needs to go see some Cowboy Academy.
Yeah, you never know. 60 years old. He's getting up there. Nah, John, he's a lot of fun. They're all fun. Oh, wow, look at that. They're handing out fans.
Well, isn't that sweet? They usually do an onion burger thing for this. Don't they usually do an onion burger thing?
Yeah, and they're really good.
Yeah. Over there on the east side.
Ooh, look at that. Huh? Man, that is good looking right there, buddy. Man, we're getting close to the end.
Well, no, they had some, Johnny come latelys that
Oh,
are going to be
some
back
late
there
deals?
that aren't on our list.
Gotcha.
So,
Stillwater chapter, Order of the D. Malay. So, for those of you that aren't familiar with D. Malay, that is a Masonic organization. The Freemason, the Masonic, basically sons of Masons. You don't necessarily have to be a son of a Mason, but a lot of them are. But these guys kind of grow up and become Masons and are usually change makers in the community, local leaders, volunteers. They're usually always involved in some sort of give back.
speaking of which, one of the buildings we purchased was an antique shop, and in that antique shop was a photo album or scrapbook album of Masonic happenings in 1905 to 1915.
Yeah, Perry was actually had a pretty big Masonic community. I am a Mason, proud Mason, and I'll tell you that Perry had it going on. The Cold Irons, their building upstairs actually was
The original?
the original meeting place for the Masonic Lodge.
And then on the corner now.
And then on the corner, the mall's on, and then now it's out closer to Toro.
Yeah. Well, we made sure that scrapbook got down to the Temple and Guthrie and got in the right hands.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, we gave
That's
it to
great.
them, so.
That's how you remember. You got to preserve, because once it's gone, it's gone.
Is this the casino?
I don't know. It looks
I
like
can't read
Plinko.
the flag.
is that?
I cannot read that.
I don't know. We're going to find out. We're zooming in. Take us in. Mental
Mental
health.
health. There you go.
Grand
Mental health.
mental health.
I don't know them. Do you?
I do not know them, but sounds just by the name of their business, I'm glad they're around. What do we got here?
Perry Junior High Band. I tell you, we're a proud supporter of Perry's bands. Good bunch of kids.
They are. Oh,
Oh,
they're getting it.
Tell you, we had the ninth annual Play Music on Your Porch Day that was set up around the world, and we had a couple of the kids from the Perry Band come down and play. Marvin DeMint came down and played his banjo.
Hey, he's pretty good.
He's pretty awesome on that banjo. We
Yeah.
had Tequila Kim play for several hours. And that's when we had the Perry Main Street did the Cruise in Oklahoma stop that day, and we had several hundred cars in town. That was a great
Let me
weekend.
tell you something about Marvin DeMint. He is a guy that he gets fixated on a hobby,
Yeah.
and he has to master it,
Yeah.
and then he moves on to another hobby.
He
He was
played
a
the piano for many
Oh,
years.
yeah. Oh,
Bicyclist, you're right. yeah.
Bicyclist, golf. He got in hot and heavy into golf, and then now he's banjoing it up.
He's the one who got our bluegrass band set up to play today after the parade. That's going to be really cool.
Branded Cowboy Church.
They're out of Lucene. Good bunch of folks there.
Cowboys in church. Don't get much better than that. I bet those people have a good time.
Yes.
Well, there's a lot of large animals in the street, Phil, so you know what that means.
I saw the elusive street sweeper coming into town on Friday, or Thursday night.
Very nice.
Yeah, he made his appearance. So. He sighted a little bit more than the Bigfoot and the ghosts in the county building.
Oh, yeah.
So,
No,
yeah.
I've actually seen him.
The ghosts or the
The ghost.
Bigfoot.
I haven't seen the street sweeper.
No.
Is they really have one?
yeah.
the street? Are you kidding?
It runs
Oh, it's the Elgin, right?
Yeah.
every night.
Does it? Where at? Downtown?
No, all over town.
Oh, all
Oh,
over?
they actually run it still every night?
Every night, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Steve Wolf.
I'll be
Well,
darned.
you don't think these streets stay this clean by accident?
Well, the wind is
He
always
is.
blowing.
He is the Batman of the city of Perry.
That's it. He's out at night.
Yep.
Very cool. You know, the way all these mules and Polarises and John Deere Gators and everything are coming, I mean, you ain't even going to need cars in rural.
There it is.
Preview.
There it is.
The Antique of Perry, just like Embrance.
Embrace.
There's
It's
another
always
Seth
going to
Wadley
be
truck.
Embrace now.
So Seth Wadley is a big sponsor of the rodeo in town too. So they
They're a big sponsor of everything. They're
Jared
very
and
involved.
April let them use trucks to, for the rodeo and bring in all the awards and truck around all the stuff down there. It's pretty cool that they're involved so heavily in town. So
Hey, they know what it's like to be part of the community.
yeah, and very involved.
Yep.
All their boys played football and other sports in town. He's got one boy, his oldest son is down there at the other college in Norman. So,
Yep.
and also a very big
What is
supporter.
that? OSU South?
No, they say when you stop at a red light, happens in Norman, you get a diploma. So,
That's awesome.
but he does go to that. It's also Jared's alma mater. So.
Yep.
So that's where he's going to go. But he's
must be
a
getting
good
close.
young man, a really good young
We
man.
must be getting close to the end because people are just walking in front of the. Let's see here.
Well, this is the rodeo.
There it is.
The rodeo
Is that the
group.
Cherokee Strip or what is that?
Yes, yep,
Cherokee Strip Riding Club.
yes, sir. Lots of happenings. They do something almost every weekend a year down there. There's a play days or training or something going on down there. So. I'm assuming that's the royalty up front.
You're ticking.
Oh, is that me ticking?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, if your backpack starts counting down, I'm out of here.
Well, I can't wait to get out there and hear the band today and see all these 60 some odd vendors and
I'm gonna
food trucks.
I'm gonna go over
and-
to Sip and Brews.
Yeah, I think they have Italian cream sodas.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they do.
that's an old thing for me back home, man. So
I used to get those on occasion from a place in the student union at OSU.
huh.
I could never be a cowboy. I couldn't put a horse through that. I'd feel so guilty the whole time I was riding it.
Well, you'd need a draft horse or something like that.
Clydesdale. That's what my buddy Richard said. He's been roping. He got a new hobby. He's been roping, and he said we need to get you out there. And I was like, get me out there. He said, yeah, we'll have to get you a Clydesdale though. If you want to. I was like, roping on a Clydesdale. Here we go.
I tell you, one of our local horse trainers years ago trained a horse for my wife and I, and he had a hot stud cutting horse. And he put me on that. It was the first time I ever rode a cutting horse, and last time I've ever rode a cutting horse in my life, and it about scared the bejesus out of me.
All the juice.
Oh my God, yeah, I held on for dear life, and that horse knew what to do, and I was just in the way.
Yeah,
So, but it was a lot of fun, and I never rode one again. So,
that's funny.
so Lance West is his name, and he was a hand training horses, man.
Oh, I thought you were
Still
going to say
is.
Lance West was the horse's name.
No,
I was like,
no.
Well, that's a really
No.
odd name for a horse.
Not
He named
not
the
Lance
horse
West,
after
the newscaster.
second.
Lance West, our old commissioner.
Yes.
So
Well,
lives about a
obviously,
mile
Who
from.
would think the newscaster?
Well,
I actually
Lance
forgot
West is all of
about
our
the
friends.
newscaster.
Lance and Ginger down there, they're good people. They
Not
live about a
Lance
mile.
West, the dairy farmer in Maryland. It's
They have met. Both Lances have met, and there was a running joke, which is, I'm sure if
What
he's
is it?
watching,
I wanna
he's
hear-
laughing.
He ain't watching. He
So-
may watch later though. I'll tell him
Right,
to watch. What
right.
is it? Tell the joke.
No, they would always say, hey, Lance West, I'm Lance West.
Oh, gotcha.
One of those.
I
Shut
thought
up.
it was a funny joke. My bad. Well, that wraps it up, folks. Thank you for watching.
Yeah,
130 years.
Another year. It's been 8, so now we're going to tick off number 9 next year.
Number 9. So next year, just to let you know, it'll probably be kind of so-so. That way we can really build up for the 10 year.
Right. Again, thank you, Tyson. Heck of a job. Thank you, City of Perry. The mayor visited with us today.
Yep. Thank you, Mayor, for coming in.
If you're watching this or if you're in town, stop by 1893. We'll have some cold beverages and some good music and some good times today. Come in and eat with us. We have tables in there for you to sit down in the cold AC. Not that we need it today.
And it's beautiful outside.
beautiful day.
So if you have a chance to get out, I know you're watching this at home or wherever, but if you have a chance to get out, it looks like everybody's going to be down here on the square for quite a while. And come down and take advantage of a little bit of community. The vibes are good. The food looks great. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it.
Hello to my family back east.
Are they
Those of
really
you watching, yeah. And then those of you watching in the UK and around Oklahoma that couldn't make it here, sorry. I hope you enjoyed our little broadcast and our 138th celebration. See you next year.
Send me some Smarties too, please.
No, they're all mine.